Hi, I'm Matthew with Find&Tell, and today I want to share a brief demo of our Find&Tell Charts plugin for Figma. Like most Figma plugins, they are designed to help create and communicate information easier for you. Now, as a data storyteller, I've often struggled with creating beautiful charts using spreadsheets and presentation apps. So I decided to actually create a better tool in Figma to help solve that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this Figma plugin directly inside of Figma. So we'll go ahead and launch the Figma Find&Tell charts. And what will open is the chart gallery. Now here in the chart gallery, we have the standard charts that you will primarily need for communicating and sharing information. You have your standard bar charts and a couple different orientations to it, as well as your line charts, area charts, and even some unique ones like a slope chart and a funnel chart. Now let's go ahead and start with this grouped bar vertical. Now when you click on the chart, it will load with some sample data and it'll give you some kind of sample styling so you can kind of understand how this chart is configured and look. You will be primarily configuring this chart based on the styling controls over here on the right. For example, we expand theme. Right now it's in the light mode, but you can easily switch it over into a dark mode. Now, let's take a look at the data behind this chart currently. If you click Edit Data, you actually will go back and see what is the data driving those visuals that you see. Here, you can do a lot of editing or fine-tuning to the data. You can add additional category rows, additional columns. You can hide values. You can resort and even delete some of these values. But what's more important is you getting your own data into here. And so let's go back to the chart. And this is over here in the Data tab. We have three primary ways to get data into this app. One, you can connect to a Google Sheet that you make available and load that Google Sheet into it. Another way is to upload a CSV document, a file that you've downloaded from some data source in the CSV format, and you can import it into here. As well as you can go ahead and copy and paste your own CSV data. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a sample of some data. I'm just going to copy it from an Excel spreadsheet that I have and paste it in here. And we'll go ahead and click Save. And then the data gets updated behind the scenes and the chart gets updated. So now what we're looking at is some marketing channel performance data here. And we can see it's 2024 versus 2025, and it's by different channel. And you can kind of see the values that we have here. And in this case, I believe this is the revenue that is generating from each of these channels. Now, here alone, this looks like a much better, easier chart to understand, but I think we can even make it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and come back to the style area. And I'm going to go ahead and do some styling to this and create a chart that I think will be good to insert back into the Figma slide. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to change the colors. I kind of like a custom palette. So I'm going to change this to maybe a light gray. And then I'm going to change this one to maybe like a darker teal. There we go. And I think I want to also change, I need to add in a dollar prefix to this. And, I like this order, but I'm also going to turn it, I can pivot it to kind of a horizontal way. I'm going to change this. I also am rechanging the sort order of it. I'm going to go ahead and apply it. So now I can see paid search as the higher one. You know what? Actually, I'm going to switch back to vertical. And one of the things that I want to emphasize is this jump here was actually the most significant. So we have an emphasis ability where you can go ahead and select two charts, two bars, and then it will create the actual percentage change here. But I'm also going to show it as in what is the dollar value. And then I'm going to compare it also to what is, paid search. And so now I want to also change this. So this is marketing channel performance. And this is for 2024 versus 2025. And I really like this font. And I'm going to turn off. I'm going to go ahead and put in this. And I'm going to turn off that. And we don't need any more of that. So there we go. And actually, I'm going to switch this. We're going to go the other way. There we go. So now we're actually seeing this in kind of ascending order. We can see the differences. I think this is a good snapshot of the picture that I'd like. So then here we go. We'll go ahead and insert into Figma. And you can see it is now inserted. We can minimize that. And here we go. We now have that chart that we created, stylized, brought over. And this is a fully editable chart too. So not only did you create a nice, beautiful chart using the chart plugin, but now additional design can even be applied if you really want to. For example, if you want to remove these values, you can. And so now, there's further ability to fine tune and display the data that is supporting the story you want to tell. And that is the Find and Tell, the quick demo of the Find and Tell charts plugin for Figma. And look forward to sharing more content with you. And you can learn more at findandtell.co. Thank you.